Here's a quick devlog of my first prototype 2D game, Cleric. My goal was to create a small level with scripted events and a challenging boss fight. Development started back in September of 2019. I decided to create vector art using Inkscape. Once I had a small level designed, I imported everything into the game engine Unity. October 12, 2019. Sprites had been imported, and I began learning C# to modify a character controller script. Within Unity, colliders and rigid bodies were utilized for physics. I was ecstatic that I could control a character in an environment, all of which I created. A month goes by, and early animations are introduced. A lot of time was spent learning about the orthographic camera, proper resolution, and scaling. Particle systems were used for falling leaves and water ripples. A parallaxing script was put in place to provide some depth, and triggers were used to pan to different virtual cameras using Cinemachine. Close to Christmas, and combat has been implemented, including a blocking ability. Animations have been improved. Health and mana scripts were created, along with their UI elements. Made a healing ability, and a throwing ability. End of January, and dialogue was implemented, but a lot of time was spent making the zombie character, layer masks, and more animations. Fast forward to Valentine's Day with improved dialogue, sound effects, reworked particles, but most obviously, all sprites had their color balance changed to closer resemble a sunset. The most satisfying added feature was a break-apart effect. A couple weeks later, I have recorded a theme song for the zombie and written a script to fade it out when he is defeated. More changes were made to the UI, new sprites were added, and some reworked. I especially enjoyed creating the raven. Fun fact, I recorded one of my chickens flapping its wings to get a sound effect for it. Early April, and the ability to pick up objects was added, along with a basic inventory. I held off making the boss as long as I could, thinking an enemy with multiple phases would be a lot of code. Luckily, creating different phases was not difficult, using Unity's animator as a state machine. It took more effort to make the artwork, particle effects, animations, and sound effects. Once the warg was more or less finished, I recorded its theme song. That brings us to the end of my game development journey thus far. It took 7 months of free time to accomplish my original goal, and there are still bugs to fix. I'd assume creating more levels would be a quicker process with this project to build upon, but I don't plan on expanding on it in the near future. If you're interested to play this prototype, please follow the link below. And thanks for watching.